Alright guys, so today is the release of the Apple HomePod. I expected to get this around 8 p.m. Pacific time because that's typically when my UPS driver shows up. He is awesome and it's not his fault ever. Today, these showed up at 2 p.m. so I was super excited. We have a HomePod, space gray on the left, my left, and a HomePod white on the right-hand side here. I've also got my trusty plant that some of you have started commenting on. I have not unboxed that yet. I don't know that I will anytime soon, but if I ever take it out and sort of change what's in there, I'll record that as well. So these HomePods, there's been a lot of talk about them. They're Apple's sort of answer to the home speaker system that has a smart assistant built in. These guys have Siri built in. They were working on this supposedly years ago and sort of were blindsided when Amazon released their Echo speaker. So for anybody who was thinking that this is Apple's answer to those in response to being one of those things where they came out with this because Amazon came out with it, I think that Apple sort of had this planned a little bit sooner. And they do like pushing the market, but they also try making a particular product for that market. With that said, I have tried some of the other guys. Some friends of mine have the Google Homes. They sound cool. I also have one of the Sonos ones that came out that has Alexa built in. That is right here. So there's a Sonos one. One of the things what we'll do is sort of look at how the HomePod compares to that in size. Right now I'm just going to unbox these guys, maybe go through the setup process, and then I have to leave town, drive up to Santa Barbara. My sister is getting married. Celebrate with her. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these up to my brother. He loves all his Sonos gear. I love all my Sonos gear. We'll sort of sit there and do some blind listenings and see which one sounds better to some different people. All right, without any further ado, let's open up the white one first. Put that aside. So here, I'm opening this guy up because I'm actually less likely to keep this one. I believe that the white, it looks great in the pictures, but I think that in my house I like the black. That's why I went with the Sonos one in black. We have, oh, that's a little bit stronger tape than they normally use. But we have the standard tape with the nice little arrow telling you how to lift it off. That just came right apart. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. And that slides up very nicely. Oh, here's just the front. And then just a little bit of pressure, that comes right off. Nice little hole in there for holding the HomePod safely. On the top of this here, we have a display that's covered up by a little piece of plastic. So we can pull that off. And there's a very soft mesh on this guy. And I was thinking it was going to look different than this. It looks really nice. So here is that guy. Let me go ahead and set that aside and see what else is in this box. We have a design by Apple in California, taking advantage of the nice little circular style here. They have little setup guide, 1, 2, 3, to get it set up, and then some controls. Information about what things you might say with Siri. A small, tiny little user guide, warranty info, and this is cool. Apple sticker with a circle cutout. I don't know, that's sort of neat. Apple fanboys, I guess, would enjoy this, or girls. All right, my cat is eating the plastic I put on the ground. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Otherwise, there's nothing else in this box. So we have the HomePod, the built-in power cord that does not feel removable, and a really nice, I've read about this online, it's a woven cord. So it's a nice little woven cloth cord that comes out. And there is the cord. I'm going to hand that off to my wife. She's going to plug that in for me. Does not need to be grounded. All right, so I'm gonna put that aside. I see a little graphic appearing on the top there. And as that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Space Gray right next door. That one came off a lot easier. I guess it was just the, there's your startup sound. And Space Gray, let me open that guy up. Pull that out. Again, we have the nice little display on the top. I'll take the plastic off. And a black woven cord. Same little stuff in the box there. I'll go ahead and put that back. And pull this off. Now the setup process on this, I have not done it yet. I have not read how to do it. I noticed there was a setup process inside the box there. It said 1, 2, 3. I'm going to assume how to get this set up is just pull out my iPhone and put it near it. That's how I'll start. I'm gonna go ahead and let this Space Gray one give me that startup sound as well. Waiting for it. There it goes. All right, so now I pull my iPhone out, put it near, and yep, sure enough, it shows a white HomePod and asking if I want to set it up. I'm assuming it wants to set this guy up first. So I'll choose setup. It's asking me where this HomePod is. I'm going to have this in my kitchen, so I'll go ahead and type continue. Personal requests. This allows anyone to use this HomePod to send and read messages, add reminders, create notes, and more with this iPhone when it's connected to the same Wi-Fi network. So this would end up allowing people to send text messages, add to my notes, add to my reminders from this HomePod if I'm home on the same Wi-Fi network with this iPhone. My wife and I, she can send anything she wants from my account, so I'd be okay with that. I'm thinking we're gonna have these two HomePods, one set up on her account, one set up on my account. So when we're in different rooms, we'll just sort of know which one is set up to our device. So right now, I'll go ahead and enable personal requests, agree to their terms. And now it's just asking if I want to set up all of the stuff that I have here on my phone to this HomePod. So I'll just transfer the settings. Unexpected sound. It tells us it's setting up. Always fun. Now, I've read online that some people say that the HomePod is really great for people who have bought into the Apple ecosystem. Here, it's asking for my password. Let me type that in. I really have bought into the Apple ecosystem. I am an Apple Music subscriber. I have iCloud. iCloud syncs my stuff across my devices. I think this product is perfect for me. The Sonos One that I have, I like the Alexa integration. Oops.
Hi, I'm Siri. Welcome to HomePod. You can't tell, but I'm waving. To get my attention, say, "Hey Siri, let's try it." Say, "Hey Siri, what can you do?"
Hey Siri, what can you do? Well, that worked well. Setup failed. All right, let me go and hit OK on that and see what happened. Hey Siri, what can you do?
Could you say that again?
All right, first setup on this HomePod was a little weird. Now it's wanting to know if I want to set up my Space Gray HomePod. Let me go ahead and take this away. I think the white one actually rebooted there just now. So it failed to set up and rebooted. Let's see, maybe it will come up with Hey Siri once it activates here. I'll go ahead and set up my Space Gray one. Okay, so here's the HomePod Space Gray set up. This one will go in our master bedroom. Enable personal requests, transfer settings. that's going to take a moment. As I was saying, and then Siri interrupted me, Alexa integration on the Sonos One, it's okay. I enjoy using it to turn off the music that's playing. The biggest problem for me is I can't really start Apple Music from Alexa on the Sonos One, and so that's a problem for my ecosystem. I also have tons of HomeKit enabled devices, a bunch of LifeX light bulbs. All right, so this HomePod on the right, it says it's ready. And it's asking me to set up the white one again. So I'll choose kitchen for that guy, enable, transfer settings. I guess it's sort of fun to see what happens when a failure occurs during setup. You just sort of go at it again before, getting on the phone and calling Apple maybe, I don't know. It was nice that it at least rebooted and came up to the setup process on its own. So I'm gonna let that one get set up. Coming later this year, you'll be able to connect these to offer what's called full room audio, where they talk to each other and sort of create an ambient sound for your house. The white one is ready, it says. All right, so I have two next to each other. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. Hey Siri, what can you do for me?
I can do lots of things, like turn on the lights, give you a news update, and tell you about the weather. Now you try. Say, hey Siri, play some music.
Hey Siri, play some music.
Tuning in your personal radio station. First up, Rihanna.
Hey Siri, turn the music to 10%. So she turns it down rather nicely. Let's go ahead and pump it for a second. Hey Siri, set the music to 100%.
Just a moment. That's very loud. Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey
Siri, set the music to 10%. All right, so that was very loud. She warned me that it was going to be loud, and I was able to say the wake word. I don't want to say it right now so she doesn't respond to me. And even though it was that loud, she was able to listen to me and turn it back down to 10%, which was really nice. Seems like the one on the left is the device that's listening to me right now over the one on the right. Not sure how they're deciding that at all. Hey Siri, stop. So some other things that you can do with this. Hey Siri, turn on the lights.
Your wish is my command.
And sure enough, some of the lights in my house turned on. Hey Siri, turn the lights red.
Done.
And the lights turned red. I'm going to go ahead, I'll show you some of that stuff later. Right now, my wife's grabbing one of the Hue light bowls. So here it is, nice red light. Hey Siri, turn the light green.
Done.
Hey Siri, turn the light purple.
All set.
Hey Siri, turn off the lights.
Done.
Cool. Hey Siri, play Money.
Okay, playing Money by Pink Floyd.
Hey Siri, turn the music up to 80%. All right, also if you wanted, you could walk over to the device and push the buttons. So you can use those to turn it up and down as well. And you can also activate Siri by holding, I believe, the top here. So just holding this down, Siri's now listening to me. What's the weather like?
It's currently partly cloudy and 71 degrees in Irvine. Expect mostly clear skies starting tonight. Temperatures are heading down from 71 degrees this afternoon to 57 tonight.
Hey Siri, stop. So yeah, it's playing off of the white one. I don't know why it's not playing off of this space gray. Obviously, I don't want both to respond per se. And if they were paired up later when that technology comes, or when that software update's released, I'd assume that they'd sort of both play together. And the space gray one did not respond to me. it's telling me that it wants to be set up again. So for some reason, both of mine, I had to set up my white one twice, and it looks like on the right, my space gray, I'm having to set it up for a second time as well. So I'll go ahead and let that run through. Just while that's setting up, let's go ahead and pull in. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I just said, while I'm setting that up, and the Sonos One thought that I had said, Alexa, and it ignored it. So it does have a good job of, it thinks it hears the wake word, but then turns itself off when it realizes that the wake word was not said. But what I'm gonna do is pull the Sonos One over here, just so we can see it in size comparison. So there is the Sonos One, and there is the HomePod. Very similar heights. The HomePod's a little bit wider, and the HomePod is quite a bit heftier when picking it up. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 60% heavier. I'd have to weigh the things to actually get an accurate number. But that is really just a really quick unboxing, first look, and setup. My Space Gray one says it's ready. Let's see if I can get some music off of it real quick. Hey Siri.
Mm-hmm.
The left one responded. Dismiss that. And the Space Gray one is rebooting again. I think that little symbol says it's rebooting. There's its startup sound. And yeah, that's, interesting. Out of the box, it is sort of in a boot loop. I hope that if you guys got some HomePods today, that you're not having that experience with it. And let's see. Yeah, it wants to be set up again. All right, so I'll take a look and see what's going on with that one. Like I said, I do have to get out of town, so I've got these. I'll be taking them with me to play with them, and I hope you guys enjoyed a quick unboxing and very quick first look. If you guys would like, let me know. I'll go ahead and tell you the results of the sound test that I do over the weekend. All right, later guys.